This conflict of interest. You only here to make money, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no crime.
Wait a minute.
Ain't no
I'm not
victim or
your
no
man.
loss, bro.
I'm not your, listen,
Hey,
listen, I'm
hey,
not your
look,
man.
look, sir.
I ain't your
Hey,
bro.
sir. Hey, sir.
Okay?
Respectfully, you're an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause. You've been on the bench since what, 21? Couple years? You need to talk to somebody.
I'm not your bro. I'm not your man, and I'm not to be interrupted when I'm speaking. I gave you the respect and the right to speak. Just because you're unsatisfied with the way that I ruled, then that's not my problem.
Alright guys, today we've got a seriously intense courtroom showdown for you. Judge Perkins versus a sovereign citizen who claims he missed his court date because he was locked out of the Zoom call. And yes, that was actually his excuse. Judge Perkins was not buying it at all and flat out denied his motion, which, unsurprisingly, sent this sovereign citizen into a full-blown meltdown. Missing court is a serious issue, and his smug attitude definitely didn't help his case in the slightest. Let me know in the comments what you think about this hearing, and let's jump right into this heated courtroom clash where Judge Perkins absolutely shuts this defendant down.
Excuse me, sir. I heard you say that you only read the first couple lines. Is there any way we could possibly take another case until you get the chance to read the entire thing? It's only 2 pages.
I'm not going to read this entire thing today.
It's only like 3 paragraphs, the entire thing. The rest are just case sightings.
All right, I'm gonna deny the motion. I will set the matter for.
Is there any way I can get a written? Can I get a written articulation as to why you're denying the motion?
I'm denying the motion because
I would just appreciate a written excuse. Can I get a written articulation?
I might give it to you in writing.
Are we on record? Are we on record?
We're on record.
Okay. Is this court bound by the U.S. Constitution and Supreme Court rulings?
Yes.
Okay, you were denying my motion when I said that I had Fourth Amendment violations, and you're saying that you're denying my motion without looking into it or granting me a hearing to go over my motion, or give me an articulation as to why, a written excuse as to why. I want to make sure that that's what you're saying to me.
You're asking for a change of venue. I'm denying.
I'm saying that I know there's a motion for dismissal, and I'm saying that you, as an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause, if you're not going to uphold my due process and my Fourth Amendment, I'm saying that maybe we could change venues where I could get a real judge.
Okay, I'm denying the motion to dismiss. Okay, I'll set a trial date for you so you can be heard on that type of forum.
I insist that the court give me a written excuse as to why you're denying my motion so I can take that to the tenor, okay?
Well, you can insist all you want to.
Okay, I appreciate that. But I'm telling you, you're telling me today why you're not going to look into it or give me a hearing? That's so I can go over the evidence that I have to present to go with my motion. You don't want to do any of that. So I'm just asking that you can give me a written excuse that I could go take and complain against you on, because that's violating my due process. You didn't even give me the chance to say we're going to schedule a evidentiary hearing or something like that. You're going to sit up here and disregard that when I made genuine claims and put genuine evidence in there. Overwhelming.
I honestly can't tell whether this guy is completely off his rocker or just pretending to be clueless. So let me know what you think about what he said regarding the motion and his request for a new judge. Because newsflash, the judge is not required to provide a written explanation for denying a motion, especially when that motion is total nonsense with zero legal foundation. And it's almost funny how upset he is just because Judge Perkins said no, so now his big solution is to try to switch judges, which honestly makes him seem like a complete child, and you can tell accountability hasn't exactly been a theme in his life, and these sovereign citizens just seem to be getting wilder and wilder with their antics, and it honestly feels like the movement is becoming more popular, which I don't understand at all because every single time they step into court their arguments get denied and they usually end up paying more than the original ticket would have cost, so none of it makes sense to me, but let's jump back into it.
So at the end of the day, like I said, there's no crime. This is a fraudulent charge. There's no suspect. Y'all suspecting for no crime. There's no victim, no losses. Okay? And in a minute, it's going to be malicious prosecution. So I'm asking you to dismiss this charge or change the venue. And if you refuse to do that, I'm asking you for a written excuse so I can take it to the tenor, sir. That's what I'm telling you. Because if not, I'm going to go to the tenor without it and let them know that you refuse to give me a written excuse and you refuse to give me an evidentiary hearing, but you just straight denied it. When you just 5 minutes ago, you said you didn't even read it. Now you just denied it. That's conflict of interest. That's bias. That's all that. So let's put it all on record. If you feel just as strongly as you feel, give me a written excuse. If not, let's change venue. Because you're an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause. This conflict of interest, you only here to make money, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no crime.
Wait a minute.
Ain't no victim or no loss, bro.
I'm not your, listen, I'm not your man.
Look, sir. Hey, sir, respectfully, you're an Article 1 judge under the Commerce Clause. You've been on the bench since what, 21? Couple years? You need to talk to somebody. I'm asking you to give me an evidentiary hearing to go over my motion for dismissal with the overwhelming evidence or change venue. Because if not, I'm going straight to the tender right after this. And that's on you, sir. You had this. You did this.
Oh, all right. Now I'll let you speak.
Straight like that.
No, that's all we need. I don't want to hear any more.
All right, cool. It's cool. I appreciate it. This is due process. This is a due process violation. This is a due process violation right now. And the way y'all tried to railroad me when I was ready to argue my trial. I told you I was here to argue my trial. Y'all locked me out. Now you're trying to start the process over. They're not prepared to present a case. I'm telling you. They're not prepared to present an injured party. So what are we doing?
Listen. Please do not say any more. You've already made your record. I've given you that opportunity. If you continue on, especially interrupting me while I'm talking, because I didn't interrupt you while you were talking. I'm not your bro. I'm not your man, and I'm not to be interrupted when I'm speaking. I gave you the respect and the right to speak. Just because you're unsatisfied with the way that I ruled, then that's not my problem. You take whatever. Wait a minute. Let me say it. You take whatever recourse that you feel that is necessary. Now, what I can do, Mr. Lewis, is I can set you a jury trial date. And at that jury trial date, you will have the opportunity to represent yourself or do whatever you want to do and put all your proofs on the record by a jury of your peers, and you can argue it that way, okay?
This guy seriously needs to be held in contempt, because how is Judge Perkins being this lenient right now? Personally, if it were me, I would have already slammed the gavel, but these Zoom court hearings are just wild, since it feels like defendants suddenly grow a backbone when they're behind a screen and gain all this confidence. And once they start going on these rants, there's really no stopping them, because you can't just raise your voice at them or have a bailiff step in to control the situation, so it turns into a mess. And honestly, I don't understand why we're still doing this in 2024, because I guarantee that if this were in person, half of these sovereign citizen clowns wouldn't dare pull these stunts. So let me know what you think about Zoom court hearings, because I'm genuinely curious. It honestly feels like we should stop doing them since COVID is over as far as I know, and the whole thing just seems less serious. But let's dive back into it.
I appreciate that, but I was still like a written.
You order the transcript. It's in the transcript.
I can't even get the court reporter to respond to my voice messages or you to respond to my emails, sir.
The court is not going to respond to your voice messages. The court reporter is going to respond to you coming down.
The 36th district told me to call her today, that I was locked out of my trial date. I had a scheduled trial. The court told me to call her that day, and I called her that day, and she still hasn't responded. So I'm trying to see if the court that you work for is trying to tell me how the appropriate channels, and then y'all doing it different in y'all court. What am I to do?
I think you're talking about the court clerk and not the court reporter. There's a distinct.
Yeah, I was told to call the clerk the day that I was locked out. The moment I was locked out.
We've moved past that getting locked out.
But that was my trial date.
Yeah, so I'm giving you another.
How soon can I get another trial date, sir? How soon can I get another trial date? That's what I'm asking.
That's what we're trying to do now.
A jury trial.
A jury trial. I'm gonna let the jury of his peers hear what he has to say. July 23rd. 2024 at 9 a.m.
July 23rd?
Yeah, 2024 at 9 a.m. We'll have a final pretrial the day before.
Why would we need a final pretrial? Why would we need a final pretrial?
Because I said I wanted one.
But that's how you protecting your interests. You protecting your interests, and you're going to dismiss it on that date. So you're trying to play with me. You could dismiss it today, sir. You literally violating my due process. You can't even give me a written excuse, but you want all this whole.
Mr. Lewis, I know you don't want counsel, but
Is it
He
possible
needs
we
it
could talk in a
bad.
I
breakout
He
do.
room?
doesn't
Can
have
Hey,
we?
a clue
excuse me,
what he's
ma'am. I
talking
do.
about.
Excuse me, ma'am. I am in pro se.
Go to
I'm in pro
judicial
se.
tenure. Go wherever you want to. Final pretrial
I am.
July
I am. It's all good.
22nd, and the
I am.
trial date is going to be July 23rd. All the parties must appear on the final pretrial date, and the jury, and that can be on Zoom. And the next day, the jury trial date is in person. Have a very good day, Mr. Green. Best of luck to you.
That's not my name.
This jury trial is about to be a nightmare for the sovereign citizen, and honestly I can't wait to see how it plays out. So let me know if you want to see that, because if enough of you are interested I'll definitely post it in the coming days. But seriously, what do you think about this hearing, since I really want to hear your thoughts in the comments? Because to me this whole situation kind of felt like a small win for the sovereign citizen, as he completely mouthed off to the judge and nothing really happened to him, which makes me wonder how there were no repercussions for talking back like that, since it feels like nowadays people can get away with it due to these Zoom court hearings where the sense of respect doesn't seem as strong anymore. And I personally think he should have been held in contempt, but I guess Judge Perkins had other plans, and I honestly just don't get it, though that's the courtroom for you. And that's going to wrap it up for this hearing, so let me know if you want more content like this. Make sure to like and subscribe, I truly appreciate it. Thank you for watching and take care.